The next thing we're gonna do is put our garden hose on. We're gonna use the 0G. It's pretty good at being light and it's good at rolling up nice. It's actually a pretty tough hose. It weighs literally nothing compared to any other hose. And DJ's been using it for a while and you've been probably using it for almost 2 years now. And it's never blown or anything and it's super duper light. I mean, it feels like nothing. We do have to unroll it all, but that's highly recommended to unroll it all in the first place, because if you don't unroll it, it can kink, and that could kink even the other thing. But again, when we're dealing with our hose, just remember this screen in here, that could give you a problem. That can get some white gook on it sometimes, like the calcium buildup. It can get dirt in there, so if you haven't flushed out your faucet, if you picked up dirt into the hose, just be careful. If you have water flow issues, it can actually come from this right here, and that's not a good thing. So we'll start rolling this hose up here, and we'll get it done here.
It's so light to like roll up if you're doing it by hand.
Yeah.
Now mine's automatic, so it don't.
Oh, mine's automatic. So rolling up makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Before we go on any further, if you would like to learn more about pressure washing and stuff like that, I have a step-by-step course of how to do a pressure washing business. You can go check it out at pressurewashhelp.com or King of Pressure Washing, and there I have all the steps. In fact, one of the steps is building your own rig, and I teach you step-by-step of how to build a rig, reasons why we need to build a rig, and not only that, it is also the 26 steps to the perfect house wash. I give you all 26 steps to make sure that you do a perfect house wash every time and you do every step, so that way you hit everything you need to do, like marketing, like taking before and afters to cover your tail, and all of that is detailed in there, so make sure you go check that out. We do want to make sure this is tight, so that way that water is not leaking. This is a 3/4 inch hose also. It's 75 feet long, so I'm using two 75-foot hoses, 3/4 inch. Yes, we do want to use 3/4 inch. We are using it because we have an 8 gallon a minute machine, so that is why we want to use the 3/4. Yes, 5/8, the friction loss versus 5/8 versus 3/4 is quite a bit, so that is why we want to run the 3/4 inch hose. You can see here, DJ is gonna roll this stuff up. It is very tight, so that is it.
If you're doing this all day long, that's a lot easier on your arm.
Yeah, than that old rubber hose or that, you know,
Flexzilla.
even the Flexzilla. And this stuff does slide through your hands a little bit better than the Flexzilla too, I think. The Flexzilla kind of has a little bit more grippy to it, so it does slide through it a little bit better. If you hold it, and it should undo itself. So I've never used 150 feet of this stuff, but we're going to see how it works. There's one section of it. Now we're going to go to section number 2 of it. Get y'all sick. Them being safe.
Free or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Where it's
Yeah.
already got it.
He's trying to screw this one up over here. Yeah, and this stuff is way lighter than any of that other stuff out there. Alrighty, there we go. That is the section of the garden hose. We have 150 feet of pressure wash hose, and we're on to the next thing. What we'll be doing is cutting some holes in some tanks. So if you want to see some hole cutting, go check out this video right here and you get to see some hole cutting. Or if you'd like to see this playlist here, it will be all the videos of this rig right here.